We wanted to come to you with another craft video. This one can be simple or this one could be more complicated. So it's a tie-dye video, and we thought the perfect Bible study to go along with this is Joseph and the Coat of Many Colors. So if you want to dye a coat, go right ahead, or we have many products that we're going to show you that we chose to use tie-dye on. So we're going to start with a simple method. And the simple method actually uses things you have at home. So you have some water and about 4 drops of food coloring in the bottom of these water bottles. And you're going to use a thumbtack, and you're going to make a hole in the top of the water bottle. So those are things that your mom will have in her pantry, but you have to ask her permission. Lots of us have gloves at home. It's a really good idea to use some gloves. If not, your hands are going to have food coloring on them for a few days. You'll recover, but it'll be a few days. So you want to get your product. Abby, what do you have?
We have 2 socks we're going to tie-dye. We're going to do a simple fold with it. It's called the accordion. So what we're going to do is fold over and then back and do that all the way down like this, just so you get a cool pattern on your tie-dye. What you want to do is get some rubber bands, put it around the socks like that, and then do another one around it so you just have a ball. And you're going to get your food coloring bottles, and I'm going to choose, I think this is the blue. We're going to do, so each section you can do a different color. You want to saturate it, get all in the different holes, do it all over. Make sure you do the back side, just like that. And then you're going to do, you can pick however many different colors you want to, or you can do it all the same. Either way, it'll look really cool. Then we got some purple. Just like that. And then one more, we're going to do blue again. Just like that. And you're going to want to let it sit there. And
So you're going to wrap that in a Walmart bag, and you're going to hold that overnight in a Walmart bag. Then you're going to make a mixture of ice, water, and about 1 tablespoon of salt. So the water is, we used an old popcorn bucket, and we filled the water just enough to cover the sock, and then a tablespoon of salt and some ice. And you're going to rinse the socks in that, and you'll hang them to dry. Now, you're going to need to wear the socks then, or whatever it is that you tie-dyed, because if you wash it in the regular washing machine, parents, that dye will come off. So this is for a one-time tie-dye shirt, so it will wash out. And that RIT does make a product to get rid of extra dyes, and so if you wanted to do it just for fun on a product one time and then wash with a RIT color release that you can find at Walmart, then you could do that. So that's our simple method, simple and safe, with dye that is edible even. So our second, a little more complicated craft, let me put that in there, is tie-dye with RIT dye coloring. So here are the RIT dye bottles. We got blue, and then we have a cherry red, which is a little rich, you'll see, and then we have an indigo. And Miss Gail mixed those for us, and so we boiled some water, and we put about a 1/2 ounce of color with the about 20, really it calls for 20 ounces of water, but we saturated it more since we're doing tie-dye. So we did about 10 ounces of water to 1/2 ounce of color. So that's about what we did. And we just used some bottles that we had around. You really could use the water bottle method with this. You would just need to be more careful because it's less direct. So Abby is gonna do a craft, her shirt later. She's gonna do a sweatshirt. But right now, Millie is gonna come in and show you how she's gonna do her mask.
Okay, so I'm tie-dyeing face mask, and we're going to use the same
pattern that they did, which is the accordion pattern. Okay, so you're going to get your paper plate and you're just going to roll it. You're going to roll it like this, over and then under, and you're going to keep doing that. And then you're going to take the straps and you're going to fold them in like that, and then you're just going to fold it in half, that way it's easier. And then you're going to take your rubber bands and you're going to wrap it around pretty tight so that it stays together, like that. And then I'm going to use a light blue around the edges. And then I'm going to use a red. And then I'll use an indigo. And then it should look something like this. And then you want to make sure to get it in all the cracks and so that it absorbs fully into the mask.
Okay, so y'all already learned how to twist and do that. So I already twisted these socks up and put the rubber bands on. So I put 2 rubber bands on to make 4 sections at the top of the sock, so it'll make a cool design. So I'm just gonna tie-dye these real quick. And I'm gonna put some gloves on. Maybe. These gloves are not easy to get on. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to do this section blue. I'm going to hold the dye real close so it gets all in there real good. Alright. Now I'm going to do some red beside it. I'm going to do blue again. And one more thing of red. And there you go.
Okay, so another method we can have along with the accordion and the twist for the socks is called scrunch. So if you have a bigger sweatshirt like this, what you're going to want to do is just scrunch it together, just make it into clumps. You'll want to do the sleeves, just bring it all to the middle and have your rubber bands ready. So once you get it like this, you're going to grab a rubber band, and you'll probably need a bigger one for this since it's thick. If you have a shirt or a sweatshirt and you just want to put it around the middle, you just put it wherever you think it needs a rubber band, however many different sections you want to do, just like that. You'll want to do one long ways to make it into like a circle, just so you have all kinds of ways for different colors you can do for your tie-dye. So once you have it all scrunched up like this, you're going to grab your colors. I'm going to do red and blue. You'll just want to scrunch it all like this.
And while she's coloring that one, I'm going to show you a different method of preparing a tie-dye for color. So this method is the same one that Collins used. It is called the twist method. So there's different ways you can twist. You could twist up top, you could twist down low, and I'm also trying to color a light colored sweatshirt. So I'm gonna actually, I think I'm gonna choose all one color, or one base color, which is gonna be blue and indigo. So then I'm gonna twist like so, and keep twisting from the center all the way around. And you wanna do your sleeves in. And so you wanna do it as tight as you can. So see, that's untwisting it. So all one direction to twist it. And then again, just like Abby, I'm gonna use the larger rubber bands. So I'm gonna stretch one around. And just remember that if your sleeves poke out, you can just put it right back in. You can just put it right back in. There's no pressure of how it's supposed to happen. It's tie-dye is really fun because it's a free form way of dyeing. There are multiple patterns that you could Google and find online. And as these dry, they have to dry for 30 minutes, and then we will come back to you with the next step.